Hey everybody, hey everybody, hey everybody. Okay, so basically, I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to do something based on things and resources that I study in order to be the holistic nutritionist that I am. So today I am basically going to be sharing and evaluating and analyzing a text that has been catching my eye for at least 3 to 5 months, and I have not did anything about it. So today we're starting. So chapter 1 is going to be the first live reaction on this actual live here. I'm planning on doing this weekly so we can go ahead and deep dive. I have not read any pages of this book, so I'm going to be stopping. You might see some expressions on my face, you might not see any expressions on my face. I might keep going and things like that. But if you don't know who I am already, I am Sanaya. I'm the holistic nutritionist that you have been waiting for all along. I am the founder of Self Love Foundation, which is an academy for whole food nutrition and natural food healing. If you want to learn more about my business or my foundation, make sure you go ahead and get on my website. My website is www.selflove.life. And yeah, I'm just going to stop talking and we're going to go ahead and get started, because I don't know how long this chapter is, but this is the book and I'll be reading it from my iPad because it's on Kindle Unlimited. That's why I say it's been literally, I'm a big reader and it's been catching my eye for a long time. I'm like, but I don't want to read it and not share it, because everything that I teach and everything that I basically put onto this channel is about the microbiome and how you can make sure that your microbiome is in its most alkaline state in order for you to do anything that you need to do within your gut. So it's called Microbiome Mastery, The Gut Health Secret by MD Hoover. At the bottom it says, supercharge your immune defenses, reclaim your optimal weight, maximize vitality, that is something that we always talk about, and unlock your full physical, mental, and cognitive potential. Period. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go to chapter 1. And chapter 1 is understanding the foundations of gut health. All right, so first thing, I already like what it says. All disease begins in the gut. Told y'all. Okay. All disease begins in the gut. So understanding the foundations of gut health. You might be surprised to learn that your gut does more than digest food. It's a bustling metropolis of activity, impacting everything from your immune system to your mental well-being. Think about a time when you felt butterflies in your stomach before a big event. That sensation is a testament to the powerful connection between your gut and your brain. This chapter will take you on a tour of this fascinating system, helping you understand its anatomy and its functions. Anatomy of the human gut. The journey of digestion begins in the mouth. That is true. What I always say, begins in the mouth and with your anus. Here, your teeth break down food into smaller pieces while your salivary glands produce saliva. Saliva contains enzymes that amylase breaks down carbohydrates in your mouth. This initial phase is pivotal as it prepares the foods for your next stages of digestion. As you chew, the food forms a soft mass called a bolus. Okay? Making it easier to swallow and pass through the digestive tract. Once swallowed, the bolus travels down the esophagus, a muscular tube that connects your mouth to your stomach. The esophagus employs a series of muscular contractions known as a peristalsis to propel the food downward. Think of it as a conveyor belt that ensures the food moves efficiently to the stomach without backflow. This process is largely involuntary, meaning that you do not have to think about it for it to work seamlessly. Your stomach is a muscular organ that churns food, mixing it with gastric juices containing hydrochloric acid and digestive enzymes. These substances break down proteins into smaller peptides, making them easier to absorb later. The stomach also serves as a storage tank, regulating the release of food into the small intestine. This controlled release ensures your digestive system isn't overwhelmed, allowing for more efficient nutrient absorption. The small intestine is a long coiled tube divided into 3 sections: the duodenum, the jejunum, and the ileum. The duodenum receives partially digested food from the stomach and bile from the liver and pancreatic juices. These fluids help neutralize stomach acid and break down fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. The jejunum and the ileum are primarily responsible for the nutrient absorption. The inner walls of the small intestine are lined with tiny finger-like projections called villi, which increase the surface area for absorption. These villi are covered in even smaller hair-like structures called microvilli, creating a brush border that maximizes nutrient uptake. After passing through the small intestine and remaining indigestible food components enter the large intestine. The large intestine or colon is divided into several parts: the cecum, ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, and rectum. Its primary function is to absorb water and electrolytes from the indigestible food residue and convert into solid waste. The large intestine also houses a large population of bacteria that help ferment undigested carbohydrates, producing beneficial short-chain fatty acids that nourish the gut lining. Finally, the rectum stores the solid waste until it is expelled from the body through the anus. Thank you so much. Looks like we are learning about, like he says, the anatomy of the gut. So this is going to be basically very, very, very scientific. We're going to get into the great parts about how it affects the cognitive function, the mental, the physical, and everything like that after this part. This is like the introduction of the gut, which is okay because nobody knows about the gut. Seriously, nobody knows about what it's doing, how it is, and what it's going to be. All right. So the gut doesn't work in isolation. Instead, it interacts closely with other bodily systems. One of the most intriguing connections is the gut-brain axis. Oh my gosh. What do we always talk about? The gut-brain axis. The gut-brain axis. Are you a student? I'm forever a student. Always a student. Student to life. All right, let's go back. One of the most intriguing connections is the gut-brain axis, all right? This bidirectional communication network involves the central nervous system and the enteric nervous system, linking the emotional and cognitive systems of the brain with peripheral intestinal functions. When your gut is healthy, it can positively influence your mood and mental health. Conversely, an unhealthy gut can contribute to anxiety, depression, and other cognitive issues. We always talk about that. The immune system also has a significant presence in the gut, particularly the gut-associated lymphoid tissue. Never heard about that. It's called the GALT, for GALT. This specialized tissue contains immune cells that monitor and respond to potential threats. The gut mucosal layer acts as a barrier, preventing harmful pathogens from entering the bloodstream, while allowing beneficial nutrients to pass through. This delicate balance is important for maintaining overall health and preventing chronic illnesses. To help you visualize these complex systems, consider the diagram of the human digestive tract. So they gave us a diagram of the digestive tract and how it literally starts from the mouth. And where does it end? Well, we always say the anus. You have the mouth, the salivary glands, can't even say it right now. Salivary glands, esophagus, the stomach, the gallbladder, the liver, the pancreas, the small intestine, the large intestine, the appendix, the rectum, and the anus. That is what your digestive system is composed of, your microbiome. All right, so here we go. The digestive process explained. Imagine biting into a crisp, juicy apple. This simple act sets off a complex chain reaction within your body, beginning with ingestion and mechanical breakdown into your mouth. As you chew, your teeth grind the apple into smaller pieces while your salivary glands secrete saliva. This liquid moist this liquid moistens the food and contains an enzyme called amylase, which starts breaking down carbohydrates right into your mouth. This is the first step into converting food into a form your body can absorb and use. The apple, now a soft mush, forms a bolus that you swallow, sending it down the esophagus through the series of muscular contractions known as peristalsis. Upon reaching the stomach, the bolus encounters a highly acidic environment. Gastric juices containing hydrochloric acid and digestive enzymes like pepsin begin the process of chemical digestion. These substances break down proteins into smaller peptides, a critical step in nutrient absorption. The stomach acts as a churning chamber, mixing food with these digestive juices to create a semi-liquid substance known as chyme. The mixture is gradually released into the small intestine, ensuring that your digestive system isn't overloaded and can function efficiently. So right now we're basically talking about the digestive system and how it is used in order to be what it is. All right, now into the small intestine. The small intestine is where the magic of the enzymatic action truly unfolds. As chyme enters the duodenum, it encounters bile and pancreatic juices. Bile produced by the liver and stored in the gallbladder emulsifies fats, breaking them into smaller droplets that enzymes can more easily act upon. Meanwhile, the pancreas secretes a cocktail of enzymes. Amylase continues breaking down carbohydrates, protease tackles proteins, and lipase breaks down fats. This orchestrated action ensures that the macronutrients are efficiently broken down into the basic building blocks, sugars, amino acids, and fatty acids, that your body can absorb. One might wonder how these nutrients are absorbed. The small intestine's inner walls are lined with tiny finger-like projections called villi, which are covered in smaller structures called microvilli. We talked about that earlier. This brush border composition dramatically increases the surface area for absorption, allowing nutrients to pass through the intestinal wall and into the bloodstream. Glucose and amino acids are absorbed directly into the blood vessels, while fatty acids and glycerol enter the lymphatic system before eventually reaching the bloodstream. This intricate system ensures that every nutrient is efficiently utilized. As food moves through the small intestine, nutrient absorption occurs predominantly in the jejunum and the ileum. The villi and microvilli structures play a pivotal role in this process. These tiny projections are equipped with specialized cells that transport nutrients from the chyme into the bloodstream. Each nutrient has a specific pathway. Glucose is absorbed through active transport, amino acids via facilitated diffusion, and fatty acids through passive diffusion. This efficient system ensures your body receives the nutrients it needs to function optimally. The digestive process is a marvel of biological engineering involving a series of coordinated steps that transfer food into energy and building blocks for the body. From the moment food enters your mouth to its final excretion, each phase is meticulously orchestrated to maximize nutrient absorption and waste elimination. Understanding this process highlights the importance of gut health and empowers you to make choices that support this intricate system. To visualize this complex journey, imagine a factory assembly line where raw materials are progressively refined into finished products. Each section of the gut has a specific role, contributing to the overall efficiency of the digestive system. This analogy can help demystify the process, making it easier to appreciate the sophisticated mechanisms at play. Exploring the digestive process in such detail underscores the critical role of each component, from enzymatic action to nutrient absorption. Every step is essential for your overall well-being. This understanding lays the foundation for recognizing the importance of maintaining a healthy gut. This is something that I am very resonative with, just because, I don't even know if that's a word, but hey. Just because how I always say that if you don't take care of your gut, you're not going to absorb the nutrients. You're not going to absorb the benefits that your gut actually does for your body. Your gut cleanses, redirects, absorbs, pushes out, excretes everything. It does that on a daily basis. So if you don't take care of your gut, if you don't take care of the microbiome that it gives you, you're going to have disease. Excuse me, you're going to have like disease somewhere within that body. And it's going to go ahead and trickle down into other parts of your body that you just probably didn't think it was going to do, but it does it because it's all one system. It's all one system. All right. Let's see what we got next. I'm trying to see. Oh, we only got 2 more parts. Okay. Now we are getting into the common digestive system diseases. What everybody goes through, IBS, GERD, all that, okay? So living with digestive system diseases can be a daily struggle affecting your physical health and also your emotional well-being. Some of the most common includes gastroesophageal reflux disease, which is GERD, irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, Crohn's disease, and celiac disease. Each presents its challenges and symptoms, making leading a normal, comfortable life difficult. Gastroesophageal reflux disease, or GERD, is a chronic condition where stomach acid frequently flows back into the esophagus. This acid reflux can cause heartburn, a burning sensation in your chest, and regurgitation of food of sour liquid. GERD is caused by a weakening or malfunctioning of the lower esophageal sphincter, the valve that separates the stomach from the esophagus. Factors contributing to GERD include obesity, smoking, certain medications, and even pregnancy. If you frequently experience heartburn after your meals or it disrupts your sleep, consult a healthcare provider. Irritable bowel syndrome, commonly known as IBS, is another prevalent digestive disorder. It is characterized by a group of symptoms that include abdominal pain, bloating, diarrhea, and constipation. Unlike GERD, IBS doesn't cause changes in the bowel tissue or increase the risk of colorectal cancer, but it does significantly impact the quality of life. The exact cause of IBS remains unknown, though factors such as food sensitivity, stress, and hormonal changes can trigger symptoms. Some studies suggest that an imbalance in gut bacteria may also play a role. Diagnosing IBS often involves ruling out the conditions through a combination of tests, including blood tests, stool tests, and sometimes a colonoscopy. So, people always come to me with IBS, and it's not funny, but it's like abdominal pain, bloating, constipation, diarrhea. Those can be eliminated simply by eating in the right food sequence. The bloating, the constipation, okay? Eating in the right food sequence. What do I say? Eat from the garden, right? Why? Because that is what our food recognizes. When you rise up in the rising, when you wake up, whatever you say, you go straight to where? Breakfast. Oh, I'm hungry. But what are you feeding your body? Are you feeding your body hydration? Are you feeding your body nutrients? No. You're feeding your body bread, sugar. What is bread and sugar going to do for your gut? Give you constipation and bloating. The same thing that you're looking not to have. That is what you don't want. That's what is leading to the IBS. That is leading to everything that you are looking to not have. Especially the bloating. Like, people don't even care that they be constipated. Because they be constipated for weeks. Going on by their normal day, still eating. Ain't even pooped out the food from 2 months ago. Yes, exactly. So, okay, let's keep going. We're on to Crohn's disease. Crohn's disease is a type of inflammatory bowel disease that can affect the part of a gastrointestinal tract from the mouth to the anus. Symptoms include severe diarrhea, abdominal pain, fatigue, and weight loss. This chronic inflammation can lead to complications such as strictures, fistulas, and malnutrition. The exact cause of Crohn's disease is unknown, but genetics, the immune system, and environmental factors are believed to contribute. Diagnosing Crohn's often involves a combination of testing methods like a colonoscopy, an endoscopy, and imaging studies. Treatment typically includes anti-inflammatory medications, immune system suppressors, and sometimes surgery. All right. If you know that the treatments for Crohn's disease is anti-inflammatory medications, why not just eat anti-inflammatory foods to reverse the whole disease? Yes, immune system suppressors. All right. So if you're suppressing the immune system, how are you going to get those white blood cells to help you fight back what you're going through? Let's think about it. Let's actually put pieces together when it comes to these diseases, that you can make sure that you don't go through the same steps over and over and over and over and over again when something flares up, and make sure that it's back into your system. It's back into your overall aura. No, we don't want to claim these things. All right. Whew. Out of breath. Yes, I am. But it's okay. We're going to keep going. Celiac disease is another condition that affects the digestive system, specifically in response to gluten, a protein found in wheat, barley, and rye. When someone with celiac disease consumes gluten, the immune system attacks the lining of the small intestine, leading to malabsorption of nutrients. Symptoms can vary widely, but often include diarrhea, bloating, gas, fatigue, and anemia. The only treatment for celiac disease is a strict, lifelong gluten-free diet. Yikes. But it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. So, diagnosis usually involve blood tests to look for specific antibodies and biopsy of the small intestine. The symptoms of these diseases can be debilitating. Bloating, diarrhea, and abdominal pain are common across many of the conditions, making daily activities challenging. Understanding the causes helps in managing these diseases. For instance, genetic predisposition plays a significant role in conditions like Crohn's and celiac disease. Lifestyle factors such as diet, stress, and physical activity can also influence the severity and frequency of symptoms. Infections and other underlying health issues may exacerbate these conditions, so seeking medical advice for proper diagnosis and treatment is essential. Diagnostic methods for these diseases often involve a combination of clinical evaluations and specialized tests. An endoscopy allows doctors to view the inside of the upper digestive system, which is particularly useful for diagnosing GERD and celiac disease. On the other hand, a colonoscopy provides a view of a large intestine and is commonly used to diagnose Crohn's disease and IBS. These procedures are crucial for accurate diagnosis. And should not be skipped if recommended by a healthcare provider. Managing these conditions often requires a multifaceted approach. Dietary adjustments can have a significant impact. For example, avoiding trigger foods like spicy or fatty foods can help manage GERD. A low FODMAP diet is often recommended for IBS sufferers. I don't do FODMAP, but hey, that's just, like I said, this is a reaction to somebody else's perspective. As it minimizes food that ferment in the gut and causes symptoms. Medications also play a crucial role in the treatment. Proton pump inhibitors are commonly prescribed for GERD to reduce stomach acid production. Anti-inflammatory drugs and immune suppressors are often used for Crohn's disease. Lifestyle changes such as regular exercise, stress management techniques, and quitting smoking are all beneficial across all of these conditions. That's why when you get a nutrition plan with me, guess what I say? These are exercise recommendations. These are meditation recommendations. Meditation is a stress management technique, something that you can do each and every day. That does not have to be just sitting down. You could be walking, you could be stretching, you could be doing any activity that's going to literally calm your nervous system. Put your nervous system at rest. Yes. All right. So I think we're on to the last little bit. And it is one of my favorite things to talk about. So I'm so excited to see what this is going to talk about right now. Okay, hold on. All right, I'm back. So, introduction to the gut flora and microbiome. When discussing gut health, we often hear terms like gut flora and microbiome. Oh my gosh, this is about to get good. Okay. These terms refer to the incredible community of microorganisms in our digestive tract. Gut flora or gut microbiota consists of bacteria, viruses, fungi, and other microbes. The term microbiome encompasses these microorganisms, their genetic material, and their environment. This intricate ecosystem plays a key role in our overall health, influencing everything from digestion to immune function or even mental health. Something that we always talk about. All right. So, microorganisms in the gut are not just passive residents. They engage in symbiotic relationships with our bodies, meaning both parties benefit. For example, certain bacteria help break down complex carbohydrates into simpler forms that our bodies can absorb and use for energy. In return, these bacteria receive a hospitable environment and nutrients to thrive. This symbiosis is fundamental to maintaining a balanced gut and overall health. The diversity of gut bacteria is astounding. Among the studied are bacteroidetes, don't know that word, or firmicutes, which constitute the majority of the gut bacteria. Bacteroidetes are involved in breaking down complex molecules into simpler ones, aiding in digestion and nutrient absorption. Firmicutes, Firmicutes, on the other hand, are adept at fermenting dietary fibers into short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which nourishes the gut lining. Another important group includes, listen, they is throwing words out here now. Lactobacillus and bifidobacterium. Okay, that wasn't bad. Often found in probiotics. These bacteria produce lactic acid, inhibiting harmful bacteria's growth and supporting a healthy gut environment. Maintaining a balance between good and bad bacteria is essential for gut health. An imbalance, known as a dysbiosis, can lead to various health issues. When harmful bacteria outnumber the beneficial ones, it disrupts the gut's equilibrium, affecting digestion and immunity. Dysbiosis can manifest in symptoms like bloating, diarrhea, and even some cystic inflammation. It can also weaken the gut barrier, allowing toxins and pathogens to enter the bloodstream, which may contribute to chronic illnesses. Several factors influence gut flora, including diet, lifestyle, antibiotics, and environment. A diet rich in high fiber, like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, who always say that? No, I'm just kidding. Promotes the growth of beneficial bacteria. These foods act as prebiotics, providing the nutrients for the gut bacteria to thrive. Okay. On the contrary, a diet high in processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats can foster harmful bacteria, leading to dysbiosis. Okay. Antibiotics are a double-edged sword. The term literally means anti-life. Wow. Nobody ever talks about this except for one other person that I know. And the fact that it just said this in this text is really astounding to me. Coming from the Greek words anti, meaning against, and bios, meaning life, this reflects the antibiotics' function of targeting and killing living bacteria. While they are essential for treating bacterial infections, they also indiscriminately kill both harmful and beneficial bacteria. Wow. This can disrupt the gut's microbial balance, making it necessary to restore it with probiotics and a healthy diet post-treatment. Environmental factors like stress, pollution, and even the cleanliness of your home can also impact the gut microbiome. Chronic stress, for example, can alter the gut flora, making it less diverse and more susceptible to the harmful bacteria. Understanding the gut, no, understanding the complexities of gut flora and the microbiome emphasizes maintaining a balanced internal ecosystem. The microorganisms in our gut are integral to our well-being, influencing our digestion, immune system, and mental health. By making mindful choices in our diet and lifestyle, we can support a healthy and diverse microbiome, paving the way for improved health and vitality. As we move forward, remember that the gut is not an isolated system. It interacts closely, very closely with other systems in your body, influencing and being influenced by them. This interconnectedness reinforces the importance of a holistic approach to health. Wow, this is amazing. Oh, okay. Where nurturing your gut flora is a foundational step to overall wellness. Let's say it together. Nurturing your gut flora is a foundational step, okay, toward overall wellness. Keep this in mind as we further explore the fascinating world of the gut health and its far-reaching impacts on your life. Y'all. So that was chapter 1, understanding the foundations of gut health. So based on comprehending that whole chapter, the foundation of gut health is maintaining a healthy gut flora. I always say we eat from the garden. We eat from the garden because the garden produces life. Gut flora, let's break down flora. In Spanish, flor means flowers. Flora sounds like flowers. Flora sounds like a whole bunch of flowers just emerging, just growing type of living organisms, correct? So managing the gut flora, managing your gut microbiome to where it needs to be is where you're going to thrive and having a healthy gut microbiome for optimal gut health, because that's what we're here for. This channel is all about gut health. This channel is all about making sure we use our guts to live the life that we are looking to achieve mentally, spiritually, financially, physically, emotionally. Because we definitely heard that in this chapter, gut health is directly linked to your mental health. And without mental health stability, how are you going to thrive in any other aspect? You're not. Why? Because it's your mental, it's your brain, it's your central nervous system and your enteric nervous system that is joined together through the gut brain axis that helps everything be regulated inside of your body. Your central nervous system tells everything in your body what to do without you having to tell it what to do. You just blinked your eyes without you having your body to tell it what to do. Like, your food is automatically trying to absorb and digest the nutrients that you just ate an hour ago, 3 hours ago, yesterday, something in that nature. So when we go into chapter 2 next week, chapter 2 is all about the role of bacteria in gut health. Let me know if y'all like this type of content, because I am down for sharing what I study, sharing just different types of text, different types of perspectives, so I don't also just try to push my perspective onto you all, because like I said, this is holistic nutrition. This is, like this book said, it's a holistic approach to gut health, where you don't always have to follow systematic things that doesn't align with the systematic way of your body. Systematic approaches allopathically doesn't align with the body at all. And we should know that based on how other people are living, or how other people have lived when it came to their gut health and other diseases that they have intrigued on a daily basis. So yes, we're going to be getting into the role of the bacteria into the gut health. Let me see what other chapters they have. After that is the external influences on gut health, recognizing an unhealthy gut. Oh, yay, thank you. And the importance of fats and hormones, probiotics, prebiotics, and postbiotics, integrating probiotics into your diet, holistic health in the microbiome, practical dietary advice for a healthy gut, long-term gut health strategies, and embracing the benefits of a healthy gut. So it's a total of 11 chapters. 11 chapters. So we are one chapter down. Thank you so much for elaborating. Awesome. That is no problem. I just wanted to make sure that, like I said, I wanted to share different perspectives, because everybody's perspective is different. Everybody studies different things. Everybody believes in different things. So even if I believe something in one aspect, somebody else could believe something else, and I could still compromise and be like, oh, okay, well, this actually does make sense in this thing, or this makes sense in this thing. When I learned some new words on bacteria today, I could even pronounce them. So it's just things like that. But other than that, we are one chapter down, 10 more to go. I might speed it up. I might do actually like 2 videos a week, just so we won't do like 11 weeks of reading. That's a bit much, but we could break it down to like 5 weeks. But other than that, if y'all like this video, don't forget to give it a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be back in the next video explaining the role of bacteria inside the gut microbiome. All right, don't forget to keep it light, keep it cute, and full of fruit. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.